Hey guys, it's Zach from The Watchers, and I'm here today with a new episode of ICO Insider. And today I'm going to be taking you inside XYO Oracle Network and show you what they're doing to reinvent location, verification, and blockchain technology. So come on inside and we'll go check out the office.
Hello. All right. Welcome to the XYO Hacker HQ.
Perfect.
Nerd paradise right here. The XYO Network stands for XY Oracle Network. It essentially allows blockchain developers to write smart contracts that plug into the real world.
Why don't you give us a little walkthrough of XYO Network?
Yeah, definitely. This is Nate and Charlie working on web app front end stuff and development. It's about to change the world. And then we've got Nate here that is an absolute pro when it comes to getting ranked online and getting us out there. This is Marianne. She's our customer success, customer support person. She's there to just make everyone
feel welcome.
Yeah. An Oracle Network is a collection of, in our case, location-based signals that smart contracts on, for example, the Ethereum blockchain can call out to. This is Andrew. He's a IoT hardware hacker, absolute pro. He's working on our what we are codenaming our red paper right now, where he's trying to go through all of the possible attacks on our network and adding vulnerability protection and exploit protection, and also adding the crypto economic disincentives for anyone to ever attack the network. And he has the most glorious beard, probably west of the Mississippi, I'll say.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah. So up to this point in Ethereum, it was limited to the online world. So you can create a smart contract that calls out to sites like, let's say, ESPN.com to check a sports game. Up until this point, there's been nothing developed and no capabilities to call out to the real world to gather real-world location data. And with the XYO network, that's now possible. Here is the person responsible for the math equations on the whiteboard over there. This is Christine, who's been with XY for a very long time. She's has a math major, yet she does anything and everything else of just figuring out complex problems and making stuff happen. XYO is like every single other overnight success. It took 20 years. This one actually has been 6 years in the making, dating back to 2012, when our head technologist, Ari Tro, started developing location networks around businesses and the B2B space. It has then rolled into creating a consumer business called XY Find It, and we've rolled out about 1 million XY4 Pluses, which are Bluetooth devices, and XY GPSs, which are GPS and cellular devices, into the real world. And we have then taken the network and the internal protocols and technology and applied it to the world of blockchain and created the XYO network. Johnny runs our media communications. If anyone joins our Telegram group and Telegram channel, he is there 24/7. And the reason why he's there 24/7 is because we don't allow him to sleep.
So running on coffee, pretty much.
Yeah.
Blockchain life.
Blockchain life. Yeah, it's insane.
Awesome.
This is Maria, handles retail management. All right, let's swing over, meet the master architect behind the XYO network himself.
Uh-oh.
The guy obsessed with
the
evil genius. Yeah, the goal is to make him the mystical figure that just sits behind and actually codes all day. The most ridiculous, crazy stuff.
Yeah, I like the lab better than the limelight. You're the limelight guy.
I don't want to be the limelight guy. No, Marcus can be. But
you'll be out there partying or doing whatever you have to do. But yeah, I'll be here working.
Yeah, yep. He was working last night to works 24/7. But while we were at the event last night, he's here coding away our Sentinel networks and client-side code and all of that stuff.
Nice. So what exactly is XYO Network?
So XYO Network has 4 primary components. They're sentinels, bridges, archivists, and diviners. There's a 5th one called adapters, which is how it speaks to other blockchains to be able to answer questions and receive questions from them. But our system can be used without those because you can ask a question directly to a diviner, for example, with an API. The sentinels are the edge nodes, for example. They're not required to be secure, and they're the ones who go and report locations of where they're at. So for example, if you want to track a package, you have to put a device or a beacon in that package, which is a sentinel. and it can report its location and take selfies with other sentinels out there. A bridge, for example, is a device that would take these entries in these logs from the sentinels and forward those to the archivists, which is where they're going to be stored. A device, for example, like a phone, a smartphone, can be both a sentinel and a bridge because it has a Wi-Fi connection to be able to connect to the archivists, and it can also communicate with Bluetooth, for example, to other phones, or with Wi-Fi to other phones to take these bound witness selfies. And once the bridge sends them to the archivist stores this data and then indexes it, so when a diviner gets a question to answer from one of the blockchains, it can go and pull all the relative data from the archivist, run algorithms on those which the other diviners will agree on, and come up with a confidence level and an accuracy level of the data which we have for that location, and then report that back to the smart contract as an answer.
So this is going to be the 20th time I've sold this kid in the past probably, half hour, I would say. He's an impressive individual that's been, I guess, featured in Forbes, all of the hacker publications, everything, because at age 17, he became world renowned for hacking into the Air Force, but getting paid to do it because they have a bounty program for white hat hackers. So
legal hacking, white hat hacking.
Yes, white hat hacking. Totally legitimate. And he's literally out here working on our the software token economics side of blockchain security, I guess, audit and vulnerability testing to kind of think like a hacker and prevent against and create token economic incentives to protect against hacking. But he is also a partner with a group of two individuals. They're not here right now. They created a proof of location technology called XYO, which the XYO network has just integrated them into our network. And one of their best components of their system that they've created is privacy features for location, proof location. So
awesome.
It's exciting stuff.
Congratulations.
This kid had to take off a week of school this week to get out here to work on his dream of working the blockchain life and hacking away.
When we say take off from school, do you mean
high school?
High school. Awesome. All right. Welcome to the new world.
Yes. Yeah.
From the consumer standpoint, the XY4 Plus devices and the XY GPS devices essentially allows the end user to locate any device that they want to attach it to. So for example, if you lose your keys and you have a XY4 Plus attached to it, you can view on your phone exactly where it is. And then on the flip side, if you lose your phone and you have your keys with your XY device on it, you can press a button and it will ring your phone so you can locate it. So we've specialized in the concept of findable technology and communicating between devices to find anything out there in the world for the past several years. And we've taken that data and that knowledge and applied it to the XYO network.
This is Lee. He does our creative design. He's responsible for creating our t-shirts, designing the actual hardware products of XY. So this is all like, we're like literally hardware actual,
Let me see.
I don't know. Yeah, there we go.
So you printed these here, right there.
Well, here's the printed one. This one's a printed prototype one.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. So these are our current edition of, our crypto location Bluetooth miners, right? Yep. The XY4 Pluses. That's the GPS crypto location miner. That's active. We're going to create some super miners here soon. This is a secret project. This is a low Earth orbit satellite. We call it codenamed the Vitalik XY because, as you can see, it has a beautiful little unicorn on it. And we're going to be, in addition, like part of our Sentinels in our network, we're not just going to be doing Bluetooth and GPS, but we're expanding way beyond that and going to be even launching our low Earth orbit satellite network here pretty soon.
So this is not just a pretty design. This is actually something that you're planning on putting up into low orbit.
Yes, and faster than anyone else thinks to.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Bill, how's it going?
Yeah. Most programmers these days, they talk in the languages of JavaScript, Python, Golang, maybe C. This guy speaks in assembly code. I don't know, between the chips and like the technology, you deal with the communication, the firmware, and all this stuff.
Correct.
The crazy stuff that most people have zero idea about in the location business.
Most people don't understand the devices,
yes,
let alone the firmware that powers them.
Yes.
So this is the guy that brings that to life.
Yes, yeah. He gets silicon chips to communicate and actually communicate and be translated into code. Oh yes.
Well, hit him with the freeze. And you're toast. Done, it's over. Pay me my Ethereum.
Imagine in the world, in like 5 to 10 years, you're going to have smart cities, AIs, robots, self-driving cars, drones. The location is going to be so important, right? If you are in a self-driving car, you want to be sure that the car really drives where you want it to drive, that it doesn't go into an accident, and you want not be one source be responsible for your life. The XYO network, because it's blockchain-based, it's decentralized, you have location verification devices which are going to provide this data. It's trustless. So that means you can trust it.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed taking a look inside XY Oracle Network and seeing how they're bridging the real world with blockchain technology to bring you the world of tomorrow. If you're interested about finding out more about the company, you can check them out online at xyo.network. Until then, I'm Zach, and I will see you on the next episode of CoinWatch.